Hey, I know you can barely see me, but that's appropriate for this video. Please forgive me. Please forgive me if I indulge in just a little bit of self-vlogging. Available Light. I've decided to give the LylesBrother channel the name Available Light. And I've also decided to give the channel a theme song, Available Light, by Rush, off the Presto album. And I've also decided to create a playlist called Available Light, and it will be also on the LylesBrother channel. So basically, the LylesBrother channel, the big change today for the LylesBrother channel is Available Light. Now, why the heck have I done that? And isn't that cool? Speaking of Available Light, I like that Available Light right there. Well, I had a couple of things happen this weekend that were conspired to bring that change about. First was a little bit of confusion about the reason I'm thinking about becoming more of a hippie. Someone was concerned about me having a midlife crisis. I'm not laughing about that. It's very possible. But it is the going hippie part that was kind of fun. And really what that got me to think about, and I really appreciate the concern that person expressed, because it helped me to consider what was really going on in my mind. And really what was going on was a congealing of my interests into where I stand at this point in my life, where my values are, into action in terms of the way that I'm going to live my life. And I really don't want to necessarily, I've explained this in previous videos already, but I don't really want to become a hippie again. Instead, what I want to do is begin acting out the values that I currently hold. That was the first thing that happened. The second thing that happened was last night, I made another video about this topic, basically watching over the 10 little boys as they went to sleep. That had a very moving experience for me. Those little boys, watching them doze off one after another as I was their caretaker, provider, protector for the night. And it made me realize the responsibility that I have as a father. And I also was thinking later about my own father and how the precious memories, the few memories that I have of his voice and his words and his thoughts, sadly so many of those are lost in the passage of time, and the fact that none of them were really recorded except for one small journal, when I cherish that so much, of his words. And what I decided to do then was, in the interest of my daughter and my nephew, my daughter Emily, my nephew Parker, and any children that they may have, I decided to congeal down some of the expressions that I've had across the various channels that I have into a single playlist. I'm going to call that Available Light. And the sole purpose of that is to have a single place where I can share with my daughter in the future and say, Emily, as she gets older, when she's old enough to understand, Emily, these are your dad's thoughts. When I'm gone, or even before I'm gone, if you're interested, here's a place you can read them if you want. I would love dearly to have that kind of thing with my own father now. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't anybody just love to have a repository of the ideas of one's progenitors? Gosh, I would just to hear his voice again. So I'm not this playlist and this stuff is not in a self-invocation of pride or anything like that. It is simply a mere longing to have a conduit now and into the future for those who follow in my family lineage, and by extension, clearly by the fact that I'm making this video, anybody else who may give a damn. So if anybody else is curious, they can have a look as well. There you go. I'll promise to do my best to husband that resource well. Now, why am I making this video to tell you guys this when it's just intended for my daughter and my niece, and by extension anybody who gives a damn? Well, the reason I'm telling you is that given that I have this playlist now that will be basically a record, an archive of my thoughts for my kids, some of the videos are going to change. Some of the videos that I do on this channel, on the LylesBrother channel specifically, but also on other channels as well. But given the nice thing about playlists is I can add videos from any of these channels, so I can make it in one place. The way that they're going to change is that periodically I will have thoughts that are more fatherly thoughts. I'm very careful in my videos to not offer advice, because People don't really care for my advice, and I'm not saying me. They don't care for anybody's advice. For the most part, my experience has been that people like to learn when it isn't directed as an advice. And not that I'm saying I have anything to teach, but we have, it's better just to live the best you can, and if you figured anything out, if you're living serves as an example that might help others, then that's the best way to do it in my book. But so for the most part, the videos that I make are more like, wow, I experienced this, or this is the thought that I have, instead of saying you should do this. But as a father, it's part of my job to say to Emily, and maybe to Parker as well, sometimes you should do this. And so I may start making more videos like that. You should do this. I haven't decided if I'm going to tag them, something in the title that might say available light or something like that. Maybe I will, AV or something like that, so that people will know that this is an advice video, a fatherly advice video for my kid, versus a Kurt trying to tell you what to do. That's not the case. There you go. Available light, a new name for the channel. I'm going to put that name as soon as I get home for the LylesBrother channel. The Available Light playlist is already there. It will be augmented over time. And the official theme song for the channel, The Available Light from Rush off the Presto album. And with that, with that beautiful flashing light, let me try to catch that again. Flash, flash. Look at that available light. Yeah. Have a great evening, everybody. I'm going to go home and hang out with my family, and before I have a little bath and then pass out. It's Sunday morning tomorrow. I can sleep in. Take care and have a wonderful one, and have a bitchin' day. Bye-bye.